In terms of the celebrations, if you will, that are going on, or at least the size of relief in these states, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Kansas, and Texas, where these very restrictive voter ID laws have been overturned by the courts, that doesn't mean that suddenly the Democrats have an open field. I mean, there's still an awful lot of these restrictive laws in place, aren't there, even in some of these very same states?
Right. Well, we should make clear that, there are two or three things to distinguish here. One is, there's been some work. It's relatively incomplete because the sample sizes aren't that big, but there has been some work done to try and assess what damage is done by voter ID laws in terms of voter turnout, in terms of voter participation, the ability of people to register, and so on and so forth. The Government Accountability Office did one of these studies and showed in, I believe, Kansas and Tennessee, I may be getting it wrong, but two states in that part of the country, that they estimated there was somewhere between 2 and 3% drop off in participation by anticipated Democratic voters. The Republicans themselves, Dick Armey, the former House leader from Texas, a former political director of the Republican Party in Texas, also have talked about a 3% figure. That they were clearly aiming to shave 3% off the Democratic vote in any given election. So, whether the figure is 2%, 4%, it's certainly a significant number, especially in a close race. And it's all directed in one direction. One of the things that the North Carolina ruling pointed out is, there was work done by the North Carolina legislature to look at, where are all these extra votes coming from that enabled Obama, for example, to win the state in 2008. And the answer is, here's the impact of early voting, here's the impact of Sunday voting, when a lot of black churches arrange transport for people to go to the polls. And they saw specifically, where are the people who vote Democrat, which is a coded way of saying African Americans, where are they having the biggest impact, and how can we push back against that? And the answer is early voting, it's same-day registration, and then voter ID gives them an additional tool to make it difficult for people without government ID who tend to be poorer, more transient, and, often either students or people of color. This is a very specifically aimed weapon, an almost surgically precise weapon, as the court ruled.